Hello, welcome to Audrey's World. It's me, Audrey, and welcome to my world. Audrey's World is for the folks who love the daydream, whether you're daydreaming about an ideal state or just daydreaming about what's next or some things that you just wish we had. All of that, I want to know. I want to hear it. Let me into that brain of yours and let's unpack it. Let's hear more. Like, I'm interested, I'm curious, and that's what this is all about. So if that is up your alley, damn, you found your spot. We are in the right place, and I can't wait to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome to Audrey's World. I don't know if that really works, but whatever, we're going with it. What have I been daydreaming about lately? I'm sure you are so curious and you're like dying to know. Okay, we talk about it a little bit in this episode, but guys, like, I really am daydreaming about food. I have this weird thing where I don't always know what I'm craving, and like it's like a little taste of this, or like I kind of think it's this, but I can't like fully either remember the meal or it can't connect like what type of food it is or something, and it just makes me so mad because I'm so hungry for this thing that I don't know exists, or like I don't know what it is, and it is so annoying. So that's why I can't classify myself as a foodie. Like, what kind of foodie is that? That's a fake ass foodie. So I'm not a foodie. Also, oh my god, totally unrelated, but you know how like growing up, or well, hell, even now, it's like, oh, it's your birthday, what do you want for dinner, like da da da, it's this cute thing. Honestly, that is the bane of my existence. I hate that question so much. I don't know. I barely know what I want to eat on a Friday night. You think I know what I want for my birthday? No, I don't, Mom. I'm so sorry. I wish I did. And like, there's not one meal that I always could eat. Like, there really isn't. So, yeah. Food, wish I had a better pulse on it. So daydreaming about that, daydreaming about the fall. I'm really daydreaming about the fall. Fall, y'all. I can't take myself seriously right now. I am so sorry. She's in a silly, goofy mood, but it is fall, y'all. I want it to be fall so bad. Today was a little chillier than what it's been, and it felt like it was sweatshirt weather, and damn, it felt so right. It felt so good, and we need more of this. Cannot wait for bring on the jeans, bring on the layers, bring on the warm drinks. Like, I'm here for it. I'm ready. We got this. So I was daydreaming about that. Fall witchy vibes. Eek, eek, cozy, cozy, cozy. That sounds fab. So I would say those are probably the two things I've been daydreaming about the most right now. And welcome to this little zany brain of mine. And that's what you get here on Audrey's World. You never know what it will be. It's just what's in this little peanut brain of mine. And best of luck. We're friends just catching up, having convos, learning about like day-to-day and just learning each other's lives and how we became who we are and how we got here and what makes you you. And that's what I love to hear. That's what I love to know and find out about people. So today our guest is Barbie. You know how you have those friends where it's like it's a friend of a friend, so through mutuals, and you're like, damn, I fuck with them, they're cool. Like, I'm glad my friend has this friend. It vibes, it tracks, it makes sense. And then you like see them at other group get-togethers and whatnot, and you're like, just solidifies it every time. That's Barbie for me. I love when I know that Barbie's going to be at a group setting or like a party, a get-together, whatnot of our mutual friend Madison. Shout out Madison's World, episode 2, I believe. It's that friend. And it's just so fun. She's so easy to talk to. She's so funny. I feel like we just laugh our asses off every time. She's like witty, she's smart, and she knows all the celeb gossip. She's like our own personal e-news which RIP E News, tragic. God, I used to love E News. That was my show, but so sad. So now that's my Barbie. Barbie is my E News now, and she's fab. And I cannot wait for you to hear that in today's episode. So, with that, she's a horse girl, an Ohio native, a data queen, and my own personal TMZ. It's Barbie Savani. Barb, hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
It,
How was your day today?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working, doing a little
Yeah.
Pilates. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've
Do you
been
do Pilates like before work or at
for lunch
lunch? Where did
break. Yeah. Well, it's like 1 minute
Ooh.
from me, so I just say I'm going to lunch. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not very good at it,
Oh,
but I'm doing it.
that's what matters. Wait, I love that for you. Have you been doing it for a while?
Maybe a year or so. Yeah,
Whoa.
I
Oh,
think.
look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you clearly like it like
Yeah, I
enough.
do like it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I was like going to more like corporate place before, but this like boutique studio opened up near me and it's like six reformers. So people are nicer and it's like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so funny. This week, I feel like weak in my core. I don't know. I can just like tell that I haven't been to Pilates in a while and I'm like, shit, like I really got to get back on a good routine with it. But I agree. There's a place near me that has five
Yeah.
reformers, I think
Hmm.
maybe six. And yeah, it's the best. But okay, I kind of went to that one intentionally to try to make some friends
Yeah.
and like see if the girlies would chat. And the girlies are mute.
Are
Like
they?
they
Yeah.
do not want to talk. It's only me chatting with the instructor. And I'm like, this is great. This is fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. But like, damn, I thought the girls would, like come to chat.
It really
But
depends. Like at the old place I went to, no one ever talked to me, not even the instructor. And I was like, oh, because like I'm craving, I work from home all the time. I'm craving like anybody to talk to me ever, like
yeah,
a little bit of socialization. So it's nice when you
for
like find
real.
a little bit, even if it's just like a small talk at your Pilates class.
Literally, how like is that sad or is that like,
Really?
because I
Yeah.
agree. Well, at least you like live with Andrew. You have that like
Yeah.
Barb, it is just me here. And I'm like, oh my God, have I talked to a real human today? Like I just chat to people through Teams and like I'm sorry, but they're not real.
No, I mean nothing's fun about but that little ring, the do 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 do, and you're like, no, someone calling.
Literally. My stomach sinks every time. I'm like, shit.
Yeah. No, what I mean, like,
Yeah.
yes, I live with Andrew, but I've been with Andrew so much and for so long, it almost doesn't feel like socializing anymore. Like, do you know what I mean?
You
He's
guys
like,
are one.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
so true
funny.
though. Yeah, there is a point where like what you know what he's going to say or like you know a lot. So
Well, he makes fun of me because I'll tell him the same story like a million times and I don't know I've done it. And at the end, he'll be like, well, you were so excited, so I didn't want to like stop you. But so, like,
that's cute.
yeah,
That's when you know he really
I
likes you.
guess.
Aw. Well, okay, you kind of chatted about it, but you work from home and you work in IT. I don't foresee that, right? To be super chatty, super social, but I feel like you are a pretty social person.
Yeah, so I'm a data analyst. So basically, I'm doing a lot of like, if anybody knows SQL and Tableau,
Yeah.
I pull the data, I write it in SQL, I shove it in Tableau, and I make graphs and stuff and like reporting. For a
Yeah.
logistics company. Ooh.
Ooh,
I'm really
sparkly, shiny,
exciting.
cutesy.
But yeah, I do that and it is not a very social job. I have my 8:30 a.m. call where I have to show my face every morning with my team to say what I'm doing that day. And then I usually only have like maybe one or two other meetings a day because I'm mainly working. I
Yeah.
hate meetings though, so I actually
Yeah.
like I don't find I'm not like, oh man, I wish I had a meeting right now. So I actually I like it, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
Yeah.
of a work like you're like doing puzzles all day, kind of. Yeah.
Mm. Mhm. Yeah. I guess I'm relating it to where I work. I manage different people at different jobs, but some of them do that type of work. And yeah, they're like, "Oh, Audrey, you're like my one meeting,"
Yeah.
like, and I'm just, "Oh, whoa, I have like 5 meetings a day." But I was in a role before where I had no meetings. And Barbie, I was like, I didn't know what I wanted my next job to be, but I was like, I just wanted to have meetings.
You
Like, I
wanted
sound
meetings.
crazy, but I wanted meetings.
Yeah.
So that was me, but
What I do is I meet with people and I'm like, yo, what do you want? You know what I mean? And
mm,
then I make it. So
mhm.
maybe you're the
Yeah,
person that would tell me what you want. I don't know what your role is
yeah,
exactly, but yeah.
yeah. You mentioned your 8:30 a.m. meeting, and when we last hung out, you said that there is now officially one other girl on your
Yeah.
team, and you look forward to those 8 a.m. meetings to like catch up with her. But I can't imagine in all my corporate jobs, there have only been 1 to 2 men on the team. Like it is ran by girls. So how do you do that? Like, what is it like working with all these men?
Well, I think it's just the industry I'm in. Like data slash IT
Mm-hmm.
is male dominated in general. The guys that I work with on my team and everyone are nice, and I've never like felt any certain type of way about like it really. Sometimes I get annoyed with people on other teams like the finance bros or something, but not to
Yeah.
stereotype finance bros, but you know. But I just did. Um
But I will too. I'll do it for you.
um but yeah, I mean I am really excited that we hired a girl on the team, so that's like fun. And it's always just nice to have a little bit of female energy in there. Like, there is points where it's like I'm in data analytics and there's data engineering and data science, and we would have bi-weekly meetings to show off like what we're working on. And it would be me and like 30 guys, and just me. But
Oh my God.
yeah. But they're all like smart. They're nice guys.
Reserved,
Yeah,
more like,
reserved. Yes, that's the right
yeah.
way of putting it. Oh, do you want me to tell you a story?
Oh my God, sure. I'd love to hear a story.
Okay, I like one of our clients is Frito-Lay, like the potato chip company, and before our morning call, one of the guys was working on a dashboard for them, and he was like, "Oh, like we're having issues with Frito-Lay, like blah blah blah, like make these updates to the dashboard." And then one of the guys on my team sends a GIF of a naked woman covered in Doritos to the group chat. And I was like, "Oh, like okay, like, you know."
Whoa. Wait a minute. And guys, this is before her 8 a.m. Like,
It,
this is like at
it's seven,
7
yeah,
a.m.,
it's
8
pretty
a.m.
early, yeah. And then we all get on the 8:30 a.m. call, and the guy's like, "Oh, like I feel kind of uncomfortable. Like I don't think I should have said that. Like I like to make people feel at ease, sometimes to a bad extent." And I just go, "Oh,
Yeah.
the ultimate fantasy." So, yeah, that's
You covered it well. I
I
do
mean,
think you like that was kind. That was nice of you.
I
Like,
don't know if it
yeah.
would be better to be like, yeah, like that's really inappropriate and I'm uncomfortable. I mean,
Yeah.
but I didn't do that.
Yeah. That's so funny. I do feel like you make a good point though. Like these guys they're more reserved. They're not like the finance bro who like you might be getting something like that once a month,
Yeah.
maybe more, or
Mhm.
like they make you uncomfortable consistently. Like, well, maybe that last part is an assumption, but maybe something like that just happening once
Oh
is
no, I think
like
it's
kind of
just
like
a
an
funny.
oopsie, it's like funny, like whatever,
It
but
is my morning calls are like we're going to talk about sports or golf or doing a home improvement project or grilling, maybe some grilling, like
uh,
so I kind of zone out for some of the topics, but I also like try to throw some stuff into the ring too, like when I
Yeah.
can. Yeah, so yeah.
What you have to say is valuable too, and what you did over the weekend is just important, just as important.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't let them take over. You met Andrew through work, right? Or like through school. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to University of Richmond in Virginia, and then I did a 4 month like technical training with my new job in DC, outside of DC in Reston. And me and Andrew met there at this like you're like in class for 8 hours a day basically, and we sat next to each other on the first day of class. Yeah.
Cute.
And then I got shot up to Chicago, which is kind of a rare placement. And he like maneuvered with some of the people there to also get placed in Chicago. So he followed me up after 4 months. So
Oh
he
my
says it
God.
was either a really good idea or it was really creepy. So no, but I'm
Yeah.
really happy that he did it. Obviously, we've been together for like 8 years now. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my God.
yeah.
That's so cute. Was it like flirty from day one, or was he just a cool dude beside you?
I think that I could tell that he liked me, definitely. I think I was 22 and I had a bad track record, and I didn't want to be with somebody who I was sitting next to at work every day. Like, I think that's like a common, like, I really don't want to do that, especially if I don't have a good history of dating, anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
he asked me out. And then I kind of like said no, and then we were like friends, but then eventually like things happened, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we ended up dating.
That's so true. Yeah, going into a new job, like you just graduated college, the last thing you want to do is hook up with a
Yeah,
coworker
I
or like, like
know.
start off like that.
Especially with my strong relationship history prior of 1 3 month boyfriend in high school, I would say
Yeah.
that I was like, and no dating at all in college. So I was like, that this is not a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I too I had one boyfriend I maybe for like 4 months my freshman year of high school. Literally can't even count that.
Yeah.
No one in college. And yeah, I guess for me, I feel like now looking back, I can like obviously figure out what was happening a little bit more, like dissect it. But in the moment, I was like, I have no idea why I'm not dating anyone or whatnot. But I think some of me, I was being very logical and like trying to like not manipulate but like manipulate myself maybe and thinking like go for him, don't go for him, like you like him, you don't like him, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing. I don't know, like did you experience that too, or was yours maybe something totally different?
I think I was like extreme self-sabotage, like in every
Mm,
way. Like
yeah.
maybe I would meet a guy and like him, and then I would like get really drunk and angry text him the next day. Or like, like just like
Yeah.
with Andrew, it was totally a thing. Like we would be sleeping next to each other in bed, and I would wake up in the middle I think this is not a good example, but I would wake up in the middle of the night, like surprised I was sleeping next to someone and like shove him.
Yeah.
Or just a lot of things that I was like, oh, I want to be in a relationship, but like actually not. And like, let's screw it all up. So I definitely will never get in one, and they'll think I'm crazy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah, like protecting yourself, trying to beat them to the punch
yeah,
of like
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just like wasn't ready. And I don't think I was
Yeah.
ready like when I met Andrew, but sometimes you just got to get ready, I guess. Like, yeah, right
Yeah.
person. He stuck around, so good for him.
Yeah.
He saw through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I will say the thing about Andrew, like I love
Oh my
Andrew and I love Andrew and Barbie together. When we're hanging out with Madison, they always have a fun story. Like there's always it's so fun to catch up with them and talk to them. But and like you'll obviously hear that throughout the episode with Barbie, but since Andrew's not here, he'll just chat you up. He is so easy to talk with no matter what. Like I am not one who maybe loves going straight up to a guy and just being like, "What's up?" Literally, like at Madison's wedding,
Yeah.
at one point you like went to the bathroom and I was like, "Okay, Andrew, catch up. Like, tell me everything. What's been going on?" And easy convo where like, I mean, how many men can you do that with? For me, not many.
Not very
So
many,
it's
yeah.
great. We love Andrew.
No, that's so nice.
But
Yeah, I mean, love him too, you know. He's a good
I hope
one.
so. But yeah. Oh, so that's so cute. And then yeah, you all came to Chicago together. What was Chicago like for you when you first got here? Like since you were placed here through work, it doesn't really sound like maybe you had much of a decision to start here.
So actually, my mom was on Facebook and saw that your old room Madison was your roommate, right? Your old
In
roommate from
college, yeah.
college, my friend from kindergarten all the way through high school was looking for a roommate in Chicago. And my mom was like, "Yo, like, do you want a roommate? You should hit up Madison." Like, me and Madison weren't that close at that point, but we had always been friends, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to live with Madison, which was like a really, really good experience for my first couple of years there. I really enjoyed it. And honestly, I had a great time. I loved Chicago. I had
Mm-hmm.
previously been living in DC, and I like Chicago a lot more actually. I don't know if it's 'cause I'm Midwestern and I feel more at
Mm,
home in the Midwest, but I've always been a city girl, so I never want to leave. I
yeah.
love Chicago. So it's been really good. I did work in Arlington Heights, so that was like an hour and a half commute, so that sucked, but
Mm.
like, you know, it was okay.
Yeah. Well, and you grew up, you know, Madison. Madison, if you all listen to Madison's World, you know she's a Cleveland
Yes,
girl. So,
yes.
yeah, growing up in Cleveland, I mean, I don't consider that a city,
No, I was in the
but yeah.
suburbs of Cleveland.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was fine. I like Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland's like got stuff going on. I feel like I'm like the perfect distance from my family at 6 hours away, and I can go there if I need to, but I don't need to see them all the time. Hopefully, they don't have hard feelings. Yeah, but I also just feel like in Cleveland, you can't go on a walk to a restaurant or like I live in Wicker Park and I have like 15 clothing stores and thrift shops near me if I ever want to like go grab something or go shopping. And me and Andrew are big foodies. We love going to restaurants and like the food quality here is insane. Like it is really
Yeah,
good.
especially over by you guys. But I agree. There is something like I grew up in Ohio too, and I always wanted to get out to a bigger city or, you know, like see what more was out there. I knew I could not stay in
Yeah.
Findlay, Ohio. And yeah, Chicago, my favorite thing about it, I think I have to say, is within 15 minutes, I have my grocery store, my gym, clothing stores, entertainment,
Mhm.
like activities, the lake, like there, that's, I was just listing things off the top of my head, and there's so much more. Like the quick access to everything is something that I think need
I
going forward. I can't ever go back.
know. Yes. And yeah, and I like the people here too. It's like a little more
Yeah.
like-minded and like, you know, Cleveland could be a little like And in
Yeah.
DC, I felt the people were very East Coasty, more like New York. I feel like people are friendlier here, but I'm making a lot of
Yeah.
assumptions, but yes, I do feel that.
But yeah, people are more chatty here. I mean, the Midwest nice for sure is real.
Yeah,
That's what we
it
have here.
is.
I guess I'm here. Been to DC a few times, but it's been a while. And I've of course never lived there. So like I imagine you're living in DC, like your politics knowledge has to be out the roof or like you really have to be current and up to date and really care about that. Is that
I
real?
think it's definitely more of a thing, yeah, there. I
Yeah.
think you meet a lot of people who are very knowledgeable or are working like in politics too. And I mean, I try to not be a total idiot, but I'm not like super good about that stuff.
That's how I am too. I wish I was better, but are there other big things that stand out to you about Chicago or other things here?
What do I mostly do? I horseback ride out
Mm,
here, so you can do that anywhere, but I drive 40 minutes out to the cornfields and do that. So that's like my little hobby that I've always done that I really like. Um,
How did you get into horseback riding?
I started when I was 4 years old. Like private Catholic schools. So, some of the moms got together and we all did like riding lessons and all the other kids dropped out, but I stayed in it. My parents' dismay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended up being a huge thing for me. Like that's my sport. I did it in college, club sports, but I was like really good.
Nice.
My junior year, I got like a fourth at nationals, which was like pretty a big deal. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed that and I only do it once a week now. It sucks because if I would want to do it all the time, but I don't have enough money to do it like the way I want to do it. And I can't ask mommy and
Mhm.
daddy for money anymore. I'm a
Yeah.
year-old woman.
Oh, the worst.
No.
That's so cool. Wait, so you did it in college and whatnot. Were you competing a lot, like in high school and clearly in college too?
Yeah, so I think in high school I was doing it like 5 days a week and I would compete. I would
Mm,
travel to compete some weekends and do a lot like in Cleveland. And I had horses. Like you start off with the pony when you're very small, and then like you keep upgrading. It's kind of
that's
sad because it's your
cute.
pet, but I mean it's the way of horse. And then
Yeah.
yeah, so I competed a lot and I do English riding, like hunter jumpers. So I jump fences. And then yeah, I didn't choose my school for riding. I don't know if I would have been able to do NCAA anyways. I think you have to like
Mm,
go jump through a lot of hoops for that, but I wanted a school that had a program so I could like club
mhm.
sports. And then I just searched around for places in my like adult life to go to. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. I love that you've like it's a hobby that you've been able to keep up with and that's a priority for you. I feel like I don't know, my sport growing up was volleyball. Easily phased out of that after college. And I mean, I could still do it,
Yeah,
but
you could
I
totally
personally
find
was
a
burnt
team. They have
out.
like sand volleyball, like that seems harder, but I'm sure you'd be good at that, right? Like
I did it one summer with a friend's ex-boyfriend. He
oh,
like put a team together
okay.
and we did it and I usually like historically hated stand volleyball and like you would not find me out on the courts, but I did it to try to be fun, I guess. And it turned out to be better than I thought it would, but I haven't done it since. But yeah, it is something that like was easy for me to kind of forget, but I love that it's something that you still make a priority and yeah, drive 40 minutes for once a week to do.
I
Like
know.
you're
I think a big thing with horseback riding versus other sports is it's not like you like become 30 and you're too old to do it anymore. A lot of people in the Olympics are like older. Like you just get better and better and you can obviously get injured, but it's not the same kind of intensity as like football or even I feel like volleyball too is like probably the same way, right? Like yeah.
mm-hmm.
So it's a good
Yeah,
old person sport and I'm becoming old, so
it's
that's
perfect.
perfect.
It's perfect. Who knew it was tennis, golf, and
Yeah.
horse riding? Do you say horse riding or
You
equestrian?
can
Or like
say
what?
whatever you want. I mean, it's technically equestrian.
Okay, equestrian. My friend Maddie did equestrian
Uh-huh.
in high school. So I kind of know some of it. We would visit her at the barn
Mhm.
and stuff
Yeah.
sometimes and whatever. But I can't remember the last time I rode a horse. I like can't I'm sure one time I rode Maddie's horse when we were visiting her, but I don't remember. But it's something that I do kind of want to
Oh, come
do.
on.
Try
You
it
can get a
again.
lesson if you
Oh my
want
God,
to. You
I'd be
could come
so
out and then you could watch me do it too. It'd be fun. People love it.
that actually would be
Yeah.
fun. That would be cool to see you in like your element like that too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a cool thing to see, especially like some of the girls. I mostly ride with like girls that are in high school. Um,
That's fun.
but some of them are like really good. One
Oh,
girl's
I bet.
amazing. I love watching her and she's so nice. Like, some of them she just like has that talent, so it's cool to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I would be diabolical. If I was hanging out with like high schoolers a lot, I would be in.
Oh my
I'd be
God.
learning what the trends are, what they're doing, like who they like. Like I do that with some of my cousins that are way younger than me, and I'm like, So,
Yeah,
Owen, like, tell me more. What's the when he was in high school, I'd be like, Owen, what's the high school drama like right
I
now?
know.
And he'd tell me some tea, and it was so fun. But like, that's so trashy, Audrey. You can't be involved in high
Oh,
school
I mean,
drama. Like, that's not cute.
it's funny because I am so much older than them that like I obviously don't get involved in any drama, but I know there's drama amongst them, and I'm just happy that those days are over for me. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like the auntie or something now to them,
Hmm.
basically, which is funny. But yeah, I'm trying to keep up a little. My sister's 5 years younger than me. She's like, technically Gen Z, and I'm like always asking her like, oh, like should I wear this? Like what words should I not say LOL anymore when I'm texting? Like, or you're not
Hmm.
supposed to anymore. Also,
Oh,
my
that
mom,
cuts deep.
yeah, I know. It does cut deep. My mom has a Labubu obsession. Speaking of trash.
Love.
And she came to Chicago a couple weeks ago. She's like, they're not in Cleveland opening. Cleveland has one, but here, maybe I could get one. And she like went to Pop Mart. She was like
Yeah.
calling everywhere, but she has now acquired, she got on Pop Mart's like list. She has acquired 6 Labubus. And a Labubu will be being shipped to me and I will be putting it on my bag. I know it's kind of like lame,
Yeah,
but like it's happening, you know. It's
you
actually
gotta do
bringing me
it.
like God.
Oh my God. Okay, I love Labubus. I have this fake, it's not fake, it's actually a real one, but it's not like the
Oh yeah,
hanging
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
I have one of
Yes.
these. And that's it. That's my only Labubu in the collection. Okay, do you think Labubus are the new silly
Oh my
bands?
God, yes. Or like Beanie Baby or like
Yeah,
Silly Bands.
yeah.
Yes. Did you do Mighty Beans? Do you remember Mighty Beans?
I
Yes.
remember, I think I maybe had one, my brother liked it, and I remember some of the boys in class, like really that was like their
I was
thing.
those.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool. Okay, so what they had like little they were all different characters and they would deet deet
yeah, they
deet
would
deet deet like they
like deep, deep, yeah, I don't know, like they
yeah,
were
they rolled weird
uh,
like yeah. Oh my God, that's so wow, what a
but
throwback.
yes, Labubus are the new silly bands were so my sister loved silly bands.
Did you I was
I like
obsessed. Did you
silly
ever get
bands
into
or
them?
like remember like the Live Strong bands and everyone would have like a ton of those as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were good.
Yeah. Yeah. We stood strong with you, Lance Armstrong. We
Absolutely.
really stood. Oh my God, that's so funny. Wow. Anyway, Barbie, you've been doing some traveling lately and you just went to Japan. Tell us about some of your recent travels and like what have you been like doing?
The last big trip was Japan in April, and that's like Andrew's dream trip.
Oh,
So I'm the executive planner of the family. I don't think anyone would deny that. And I had to let go a little and let him like plan some stuff. And we didn't plan everything, honestly. It's not a trip where you need to plan super hard. It was okay. Like we like planned
hmm.
some stuff, but not everything. And it was a really amazing place. I love Japan.
Yeah.
Clean, people are really nice, really cool culture. Like you do feel like you're in a totally different world there. It's really pleasant. The food's amazing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait, so what when you plan a trip, are you one who there's like an itinerary every day, like we have dinner reservations, all of that sort of thing, or is it a loose itinerary? So what was different from like you planning a trip versus how Andrew planned
So
Japan?
I think that I'm more like one activity a day and maybe let's have some restaurants in mind and some reservations for most days. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to be like Excel spreadsheet, here's what we're doing every single hour. I think that that
Mm-hmm.
can be overwhelming. Something I do is I'm like, I need to see everything. Like, I want to do it all. And then I'm exhausted and I'm not having fun anymore. So
Yeah.
that's why me and Andrew are a good balance there because he's like, yo, like, we need to take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I
So,
am done.
so basically, I plan omakase, which I really wanted to do, like one little sushi at a time thing
Yeah.
and I helped him pick Airbnbs, but he mainly did that. And I left it all up to him. And I was freaking out. I was like, I don't know how this trip is gonna go, but it was a really great experience. So Need to give him more credit, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hard to let go. Like for me, I love to, if there's something that I want to do or whatever, I want to see it through. Like I want to do that. So it can be hard to not do that, especially if that's traditionally been something that you've taken over.
Yeah.
And it can be like, again, like I'm not dating anyone. Boys, sometimes I get very confused by them. And like some of the choices where I would be like for dinner or something like that in the past where a boyfriend would have planned something, I'm like, that's what went through your head for like a thing. So planning a trip like that, I would be
Yeah, I know.
very, very skeptical maybe of what would come out. So it can be hard too, and I would have thought the same thing.
Yes. And Andrew's amazing, like, bless his soul in every way. I love him. But there's no planning there. Like, if he has an appointment he needs to go to, best believe it's in my phone or he'll never make it. Like, he
Mm,
won't. I don't want to, like, I wouldn't be able to survive without him. But
yeah.
also, I do some things for him as well, you know? I mean, I don't know if that's called codependency. That might be a bad thing, but, we're helping, or it's helping each other out. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys got each other's back for sure.
But yeah,
For sure.
sometimes I don't know, like, how he would do it.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't think we ever do. Well, Barbie's, I know you said that like he's helped you out with a lot. You guys both scratch each other's back or help each other out in a lot of different ways. But I know, and I assume rather, that one of those ways was when you first moved to Chicago, you were living your life, life was good. And then one of the things that makes you who you are is that unfortunately, then you got the news that you had cancer as like a young 20-year-old just starting your life. And Andrew was, of course, as you mentioned before, kind of with you through that time. So, I mean, what is that like? How do you process that? How do you even like, I don't know, how was that time for you?
I mean, I think it's one of those really bad times. Like,
Yeah.
it's a big, like, interesting bad experience. And it also, like, I don't know, you really have to learn how to navigate the medical system and like different things that I never thought about before. For instance, like, okay, starting off this whole thing, I got health insurance. My dad kicked me off health insurance before 26 because he has a small business and he has to pay a lot for health insurance. So I picked
Hmm.
my health insurance and I was like, okay, HMO, that's fine. Well, I don't even know what that means, but it's a little cheaper than the PPO. So I'm just going to do that.
Hmm.
Then I start to feel sick. Like, I start getting really bad stomach pain around when I'm going to get my period. And so I start going to this doctor, and in an HMO, you're in one specific network. So you can't like see whatever doctor you want. There's
Hmm.
specific primary care doctors you can go to, and then they have to refer you to specific like specialty care doctors.
Hmm.
So I'm going to this doctor. I'm like, yo, I'm having these problems. She's like, oh, like you're anxious. You probably have irritable bowel syndrome. She gives me like some medication. Initially, that's totally okay. Like, that's what I would have anticipated to happen. Nobody's going to be like, you know what? You probably have cancer. Like,
Yeah.
well, at the end, I started losing weight and my belly started to get very large and I looked about 7 months pregnant. So, like, emaciated, but 7 months
Crazy.
pregnant. And, like, around my period, like, these pains in my stomach would get so bad that, like, I can't walk anymore, like, really bad. So I go to the doctor again. I'm like, yo, look at my stomach. Like, I'm like bloated. Like, come on. And she's like, oh, maybe you should see a specialty care doctor in a couple weeks. And like her assistant was there and she like poked my stomach and she goes, she is pretty bloated. And the doctor just like didn't. So I waited 2 more weeks
Mm.
and it kind of ended up like I went to a GI specialist and I'm really, this is a rant. I
No, go
went to a
on.
GI specialist and the next day I was gonna go to a gynecologist and the GI specialist, like, I lay down on this table, he touches my stomach, he's like, this is not a GI problem. This is like an emergency. Are you sure you're not pregnant? And I'm like, no, like, there's no way a demon child could grow my stomach that fast. You know what I'm saying? I also took
Yeah.
pregnancy tests because it did look like I was pregnant.
I'm
They were,
sure.
like,
Yeah.
joking on me in the office that I was pregnant, and it's, like, really embarrassing, and I had to go to this fucking conference, and all my work clothes, like, I looked pregnant in them, so I had to, like, find shirts that, like, didn't make me look it was like, I knew something was wrong, but, like, there was no
You were doing all
I
that you
was going
could.
to the
Yeah.
doctor, but the doctor like, it's just, like, I wasn't advocating hard enough, but I'm
Mm.
24, like, and I have no you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so basically, he's like, "I give you an ultrasound right away, but, if you're seeing a gynecologist, that's better, like, 'cause she, like,
Mhm.
it's a gyno issue, he can tell by the way my stomach is." So, got the ultrasound, really large ovarian cyst, got the blood work. If your blood work is more than a 30 for this, like, blood marker, then is kind of like high odds you have cancer. Mine was a
Mm.
1,444 or something like really fucking high. And I
No.
get referred to a cancer surgeon, and they're like, you might not have cancer. Like sometimes this marker's wrong. Like, but it's like it's yeah. So like I have no choice in my
Mhm.
doctor for this surgery. Luckily, he was amazing, great doctor. Like he saved
Good.
my life. And I think the scariest thing was that first surgery was like the difficult surgery where I'm like really like I have a huge cyst and I don't know what's gonna happen and I'm like, oh fuck, like that's I think the most scared I was going into that surgery being
Yeah.
like, am I gonna wake up after this surgery? Because like I'm the kind of bitch that's like on fucking Reddit, like reading fucking everything and for better or for
Yeah.
worse, like and I'm like, oh, women die from these like cyst surgeries, like whatever. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I get my surgery. I'm okay. Don't it's like
Yeah.
it's a hard recovery. I can't walk afterwards, whatever. Like but I'm okay.
Yeah.
Then they tell me in a few weeks that it's cancer. They don't tell you right
Mm.
after surgery because I think like, like it's probably not great for like, hey, you're awake, guess what? Like
Yeah. That's true. Did they know though then? Or like
yeah,
were they
he knew.
withholding that
So the
info?
surgeon came in after my surgery and he was like, do you want me to transfer? Because my family's from Cleveland and the Cleveland Clinic is a very excellent hospital. He was like, do you want me to transfer your files to the Cleveland Clinic? But he didn't say anything. I'm like out of it. I'm like, well, no, my insurance won't cover it. Like, no. And he was like,
Mhm.
okay. And he like left. Um, so basically what I did was I talked to my job, like, knows all this is going on. I'm like, I need to change my insurance. Can you
Mm.
guys say that I had a change of life and needed to move to Cleveland, make me a remote worker so I can change my insurance to a PPO because, like, I need to
I
do
need
this
this
because
coverage right now. Yeah.
after my surgery, I went in because like the next step is like chemo or whatever you're gonna do next. Like I got a port put in for my chemo. That was like really well done. But the
Good.
doctor that was like suggesting chemo was like, yeah, like you need a full hysterectomy, like uterus, both ovaries, and like probably 6 rounds of chemo, which like isn't that much compared to like, people with other types of cancer. But like a full hysterectomy is like huge. So I'll just say
At 24, that's
Like, I'll just
insane.
say, like, always get a second opinion, please. Like, no matter what you're doing, like, this is my, like, I'm gonna get on my soapbox, but, like, no matter what it is, even if it's something small, like, who cares? Like, the worst they're gonna say is, yeah, that person's right, but, like, they might say something else. And yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes it's something small, but, like, in the case of rare cancer, I needed to get a second opinion on that before, like, it's just like losing both your ovaries, like you're gonna go into menopause and like I kind of wanted to be a woman still. Like not that if you go
Yeah.
into menopause you're not, but like, just potentially,
You were so
like
young and, like, had so much life to still before getting to, like, a traditional
yeah.
menopausal state, and oh my god, yeah. At at 24, I cannot I'm trying to, like,
Well,
conceptualize what I'd be thinking or how I'd be feeling about any of this, and it's, like,
yeah.
insane.
But I did shout out to Lance Armstrong who we talked about
Yeah.
earlier. I did get my eggs frozen for free, like because
Oh,
Livestrong covered the egg freezing. So because I thought there was a
Oh.
possibility that I wouldn't have my ovaries, I got my eggs frozen at 22, 24. I was 24, yeah. So I got
Yeah.
those on the back burner if I ever need them.
Thank God.
Nice. Yeah. So then I went to the Cleveland Clinic. Pretty much everything's smooth sailing from there. Like, I picked my doctor, I got a staging surgery. Oh, well, one thing. They said I had one type of cancer. I forget what type of cancer they said I had. And
Mhm.
I looked, obviously, I'm redditing it, and I'm like, oh, great, I'm gonna die. Like, the chances of this coming back are so high. I'm screwed.
Mm.
I'm like, my life is over. I get to the
Yeah.
Cleveland Clinic, they do pathology again, and they're like, they got the type of cancer you had wrong. You have a different type of cancer than they said you did. And this cancer, so it's endometrioid ovarian cancer, which is like I had endometriosis and it changed
Mhm.
into cancer because I have a gene mutation. Like they have
Mhm.
you genetic testing.
Okay.
So definitely get a second opinion because they never what kind of
Yeah.
cancer I had, right? So that's like a big
That's
deal. Yeah.
crazy.
Um, yeah. So did a surgery. I did a couple rounds. So I ended up not removing my other ovary. My one ovary's gone, like it was a cyst. So I still have one of
Mhm.
my ovaries. And then I did 3 rounds of chemo, which was hard for me. I mean, I was fine with losing my hair and stuff. I just like had a lot of joint pain and I was weak. It's like chemo sucks, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you just like go on from there. Like it really makes you realize how lucky you are to be alive, I guess. And sometimes you forget that still, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to have that. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. And thank you just for
That's
sharing
like the
everything
rundown.
and everything. It's crazy. I mean, it's wild. I grew up in a house where everything is very positive, so I'm fighting everything in me to be like, and look at you now,
No,
like
it's
whatever,
true
because
though.
it's
Yeah.
so hard. It's so hard, and I can't imagine having like to go through that at such a young age, having to navigate the medical system like you did, learning so much about insurance. And I mean, like, thank God the Cleveland Clinic was there and could be that second opinion for you and really get all of that down and like get everything correct. But like, even having to navigate learning that and
I
everything, like, that's
know.
insane. And I mean, were your parents there to like really help you, or others? Or like, I was going to say, if they weren't there, like if you had to do that all on your own, or if you had to like lead that charge more, I mean, I would have fucked something up. Like, I would have
Yeah.
like, I would have needed that extra support and eyes and everything.
I was going to all my appointments alone, and then when the cancer marker was high and we had to do the surgery consult, they came up. And
Yeah.
they were definitely like, we were heads together, like coming up with what our next move was going to be. Like, what's the next thing we should do from here? Like, you have a game plan, you're trying to
Hmm.
figure out like how you want to navigate that, like, kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, you got to advocate for yourself. And just because one doctor tells you one thing, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's right just because you're
They
a
said so.
doctor or whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. And my condition was
Yeah.
super rare and like weird, so people have are gonna have different opinions on that, you know? So.
Yeah. Did it make you skeptical of like doctors or the medical system, or like, yeah.
I mean, definitely,
Yeah.
yes. I think that um, I, I've been going through like a thyroid issue lately,
Mm.
and I didn't like how my endocrinologist is handling it, so I was like, I'm gonna see another one. This is not like a life or death situation. And I'm glad I did that. Like, you don't
Mhm.
need to settle if you don't feel like you're getting the right care, you know? Like, everybody
Yeah.
needs to.
Yeah, for sure. For
Because there's a
sure. I
lot of really
agree.
good doctors out there, but there's also some that aren't so good. And you want to think that doctors are like great people because they're saving lives, but unfortunately, they're humans.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I doctors are human, and I can't imagine. like that schedule, that life,
Yeah.
that pressure, the any of that, like of course you're going to mess up, like
Yeah.
or I don't like it's too much. I wonder if we put too much pressure on them or like the stakes are too high or like we treat them like they're gods or something or historically have and it's like they're just like me.
Yeah. No, there's a reason I make charts for a logistics company and I don't contribute actually much to society because there's a lot of pressure, like if
Yeah,
you're in those
yeah,
positions.
yeah, there is. I guess you kind of mentioned like it made you reevaluate like how lucky like things are, how maybe the cliche how precious life is. Is there anything else that really like stood out after that or in those like dark moments where was there something that you kind of like hung on to throughout all of that?
I mean, you just keep going, but I think it's really important to be like, like having Andrew through that is like crazy, like impactful. We had only been dating for about a year and a half at that point,
Wow.
and I feel like, couples, like older couples often break up because like one partner isn't able to take care of another partner, like during these like health situations. I was proven very early on in my relationship that like, he's going to be there for me, like he's going to take care of me. So, I mean, that was really big. And all my friends were there for me. Like my friends sent me care packages. They came to visit me. I think over life, I've realized like the most important thing for me is not like having a really great career or like having a lot of money. It's just like being around people that I love and that are like gonna give me back like what I give to them.
Hmm.
And I think that having that like really is what kept me like sane through the
Yeah.
cancer process for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I imagine. I feel like that's something most people experience or learn as they get older,
Yeah.
like at different stages in your life, and that's something that you learned early on. I mean, for better or for worse, but I think it proves who's there for you and like relationships, how valuable they are, how important, and some of these other things that society maybe wants us to believe are like really great or things that you should strive for are maybe that is for some people, what they want to do, but you realize what was really important to you in that moment and kind of maybe help set you up for your future priorities and stuff, which
It is
that's
one of
probably
those
nice.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't been through cancer. I have no idea what that means for me or anything, but in those harder times too, I think it is sometimes just like it's just day by day. You literally have no idea what the future is or, like what's next, and you just kind of have to be in that day and like figure that day out and just go from there. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good way to be,
Yeah.
though. I mean, when you're like
Yeah.
going through something, are you supposed to be present?
Yeah. I know. Oh my God.
Uh,
I like have trying to be so much better about that. And sometimes I can be really good at it. And then other times I just like to daydream. Like I just like to have my head in
yeah.
the clouds
Me
sometimes.
too.
It's just more fun. Reality blows sometimes.
That's so funny.
But I mean, I guess that's a perfect segue. I mean, Barbie, what is your dream world? If your
My
head's in the
God.
clouds, you're just daydreaming. Like, what world are you daydreaming about, or what's your dream world?
Very specifically for me, unlimited horseback riding all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe just like I feel like we have like so many obligations that we have to fulfill all the time, like working 8 hours a day and paying our bills. I just wish we could just like do what we wanted to do, like uninhibited of like, no matter who I am, I could go ride a horse. I'm not like the top 1% of the world. Or I
Hmm.
could do art all day or like pursue this hobby I really want to do. Or maybe I actually like data and I want to do it. I don't want to do it 8 hours a day. But like, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like just not be held down by like, society, lol.
For sure. I know. Okay, but this actually comes up, or like, this is something that I think about so often too. I want to just be able to do, I'll fulfill, like, let's just say work wise, I'll fulfill whatever you need me to do, but I don't want to be held down to like this corporate schedule or
No.
whatever. Like, yeah, if I'm really in the groove from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. and then I take a few hours off or whatever, and like that's what I do for the day, but I did everything I was supposed to do. Great. Like, let's
Absolutely.
call that a day. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's still kind of capitalism, like
Yeah.
corporate
Mhm.
mindset, but oh my God, at least something like that. I feel you.
I mean, I working from home, I am a little more flexible, but I'm
Yeah.
still working for the man, I'm working for the
Yeah.
man.
Still clocking in those 40
Yeah,
hours,
yeah.
man. But yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. This little silly world that we're in these days. Is there anything else that's in your dream world?
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
eat as much pizza as I want.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like,
Okay, I was thinking too for mine. I got Jenny's before this and it was like so great. So yeah, I feel like there's like unlimited ice
mhm. Yeah, yeah,
cream.
yeah.
Maybe ice cream's like a
Yeah,
vegetable
yeah,
or something
definitely.
like that.
Andrew had a
But
friend
like,
come to town and I was like ordering groceries and we don't do a lot of like bad snacks and stuff, trying to be healthy, whatever. He was
mhm,
coming to town and I was like, oh, I have to get a pint of Jenny's. Like, what if he wants some ice cream? He didn't eat any of
yeah.
it. And I didn't.
So you're
That's an
like, great, this
excuse
is
and
mine
you
now. I
can't
knew
let it
this would
go to
happen.
waste. Like,
Yeah. That is the best when there's people staying. I'm like, okay, great. I'll get like these types of chips.
yes.
I'll make sure there's
Mhm.
chocolate or, anything.
Absolutely.
It's for them.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
never eat
yeah.
it.
I don't want it.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely not me. Just girly things. In my dream world too, I don't know how to better say this. There are oftentimes I wish I was a foodie. I'll start it with that. There oftentimes I am like so hungry and I'm craving something and I like kind of know the vibe of it, but I don't know what it is. So I wish there was like a taste or like a craving detector or something that I could have because like I feel like I'm like, "Oh, I want pieces of this. I want pieces of this." Or like I kind of know what I'm like trying to like want, but it's not that clear
Yeah.
picture. It's like foggy, and I get really annoyed by that. So I wish there was a cravings detector, and then maybe to take it a step further, it would order that food from that place
Yeah.
for you and like deliver it right away or whip it up for you at home. Or
Love
that
it.
seems pretty
Yeah.
dreamy.
That's really like really specific. I like that. Yeah.
That's a little too
No,
specific
no, no.
because
I
I've
think
been
you
like
got it. I think.
I've been craving like all these different things where I'm like, what is that? Like, what am I trying to taste right now? And it's so annoying. So that's been, I'll say, an inconvenience that I've been wanting to change. So, AKA, it's in my dream world now. But I wish people could just, as you're kind of saying too, do what they want to do. It sucks that people are working these jobs that they hate, that they're not fulfilled by, but it's for the paycheck or for the benefits, for like whatever reason. I wish that we would just naturally have all that stuff maybe like set up and good so that people could just like fucking vibe and like, hang out and be happy. So,
I know.
you know, just the little things, right? That'd be so great.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's not a reality, and that can be a big
I
downer.
know. I think I gotta go to work.
So, I know, like, eh. So, to ease that and to maybe not make it so harsh, Barbie, do you have a small win that you want to celebrate?
Small win this week is I got a new washer and dryer. Mine has been on the rocks for a long time. It no longer used warm water anymore, and I tried to get it fixed, and the guy was like, "This thing's jacked." And then you put the soap in, that was just like
Mhm.
falling out. Like in the middle of the cycle, it would shake, and then the front of it would fall off, and I was like, "This is
Oh,
over." So I got a new washer and dryer this week.
I mean, it's definitely a win. Was the first load of laundry that you did, like, magical?
Okay, so no.
No.
So, okay, I like wanted to wash like these clothes in cold water, and I got like a fancy ass like washer and
Yeah.
dryer. It had an AI setting, and I was like, oh, like obviously
Whoa.
like I want to use this, right? Like this is such a hot terminology. Like I must use
Yeah.
the AI setting, and I set it to like temperature 1, which is the coldest. But
Hmm.
AI took over, and my clothes were steaming hot when opened up.
Oh,
So the shirt I'm wearing right now is a little smaller than I would like it to be, but so
that's crazy.
no, the AI got me.
No AI feature anymore for you. Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't even know washers and dryers were that
I
hip
mean,
that they had AI
it just
features
screwed up
now.
my load. So I
Yeah.
don't know what technology it's using, what the algorithm or whatever it
Yeah.
is to sense the laundry.
That's crazy. But what a win.
A win.
Getting a new
A
washer.
win.
I feel like that's easily something that would have been on my back burner for
It
months,
has
like really
it's
not
been
doing anything.
maybe a
And then,
year back burner for me. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So you did it. You made the change. Well, congrats. Way to get that off of your to-do list. And I'm glad that we get to celebrate this win for you.
Woo.
Woo! Okay, my small win is like very, very, very small, especially compared to a new washer
Oh
and
my God.
dryer. Um, but I have been traveling a lot this summer, and your girl, she's getting exhausted. She's kind of
I
on the
remember
last
everyone talking
leg,
about that.
like
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been like it's all been fun, like whatever, but it's I've been traveling every other weekend from May until the end of July. So it's just been a lot. I feel like I can't settle in, truly have no idea what day it is. Like your girl is just lost over here. But because of that, usually I still when I'm home like prioritize keeping up with my schedule, which after work like I always go to the gym, I make some dinner, like whatever. But yesterday I said no. And I didn't work out. I just got to vibe and watch TV and
Oh
watch
yeah.
movies after work. And I'm glad that I did that because sometimes I really like not force myself to keep up with like a walk or something, but like I want to do that because I'm sitting and like in the end, I usually do feel so much better and whatnot. But yesterday, I just said I don't really fucking care, and I'm really glad that I did. So that was my small
Yeah.
win.
I'm super regimented, so like I do things all the time and I get so excited. Like today, because I had this, I'm like, I can just, well, this is a thing to do, but this isn't like going on a run. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
different kind of thing. But there's nothing better than a free day after work, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, what is up with that? I too, I mean, I can be a strict ass bitch with myself.
I
I love a
am.
schedule
Yeah.
and like, but then I don't like it. Do you find it hard to switch up your schedule sometimes?
I don't know. Like routine works really well for me and it keeps me mentally good. And I get a lot of like return from working out, like mentally, like I feel really good afterwards. But like, I mean, then you got to do the things. Like you have to work yourself up and go. But I'm very much like three
Yeah.
square meals a day and work out. Like either like I go on a walk at lunch or I work out at lunch and then I like do something after work. I don't do it all the time though, like, but
Yeah.
most of the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've just always been that
Yeah.
way, yeah.
I have too. I can be like so disciplined
Yeah,
and well, I don't think I am, but then I
I
talk to my
mean,
friends and they're like, "Audrey, you are so disciplined." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought I was like this crazy, like
thought I
cool,
was the
chill
free
girl."
spirit.
Yeah. This is me being a free spirit, okay? And then so yeah, I love a schedule, I love a routine,
Mhm.
and I do think as I've gotten older, I'm getting better with like one being consistent with it, but then like with that kind of knowing at times when just a change is good.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if that's I
No,
think
it
that's just a
is. Yeah.
default of me, a factory default.
I'm also like very scared to leave my comfort zone now, like more than I used to be. When you asked me to do this, I was like, oh shit. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I've never done something like this before. Like I was nervous. I was like, I would say no, but like it'd probably be good if I did it. So, and it's fine. Like, obviously, it's just like talking to you. Like we talk well
Yeah.
together anyway, so it's fine. But I did have a lot of like anxiety about it, like actually just like anything that's
Yeah.
like out of my routine or like with people I'm not used to or like it just like throws me off so much and I wish I and it makes me not want to like push myself, like to grow or whatever you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. That's how I feel like I am too. Like these things when it's out of my routine or something new, even like I have this form of like social anxiety where sometimes if I even going to a new place stresses me out. I have to look at it online so many times, like know where to
Yes.
park, like go through all
Mhm.
of that. And it's like, when did I get this way? Like that I was never
Yeah.
that way before. But I think some of it as adults, we rarely have to do things that we're not good at or that are totally new. Like we've built up our lives and routines. It's structured, it's pretty consistent, it's all of that. So I think even like trying a new hobby or trying a new restaurant, honestly, it's a win because we're just so used to the status quo or like the life that we've created, which is great, but I don't know. Sometimes you gotta let loose and like try something new or do a little
I know
crazy.
that's
So
gonna be what I take away from this today. I'm gonna do something a little crazy soon.
do something a
Yeah.
little crazy. But it is. I appreciate you coming up.
I feel like it was very flowy, natural. Like I'm not nervous at all. I just think it's like, oh, I haven't done this before. And I'm like tend to be
Yeah.
nervous about friggin' everything. Like I
Yeah.
have to give these presentations at work. I'm in data. Like, I don't want to give a presentation. Like, please don't make me do it. Everybody on the call is like, blah, blah, blah. Like, they don't care about their presentation. I'm like prepping for like 30 minutes before the presentation. Then I'm like stuttering during the presentation. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why can't I just not care? Like, so
Yeah.
annoying. But yeah.
Sometimes I would love to just not care.
Yeah, right.
That would be so nice. Where do you get that mentality? Like, I wish I was that way. Or do you think people are just like, that's a front? Like, that's what they're making up, and they actually do really care? I kind of hope it's that. That would make me feel better.
It must vary from person to person. I have no idea.
Yeah. Damn it,
I
Barbie.
don't
You're supposed to
know.
have these
I
answers.
wish I knew.
I'm kidding. We have these big like department calls where we go through and kind of like we go through what's happening on our programs. Everyone just says kind of the same shit over and over. And one time a few months ago, I was like, honestly, my goal is just to make someone laugh when I'm like
Yeah,
talking because I feel like no one's actually listening and like let's see if they
yeah,
actually do. And then I got a few laughs that time. So I was
nice.
like,
I
okay,
like
great.
that.
I feel like a dad. Like, okay, like what kind of
Right?
joke could I
Like,
throw out this time? Or like, how can I spice this up?
yeah. I like to like bring a little like fun in. I try. I like to keep,
Yeah,
like what's the fun of life if you don't like try to make it a little interesting sometimes, even if it's
literally.
just these dudes on your 8:30 a.m. call. I try to like throw in some jokes.
For sure. For sure. Well, I've learned like I don't know if it's me just getting more comfortable with aging and like who I
Mhm.
am and whatnot, but like what makes you good at your job or what makes you you is like your personality. And I was so afraid to have a personality at work for
Yes.
the
Same.
longest time because yeah, I wanted to be professional. I wanted people to take me seriously. I'm like the youngest person on my team by a landslide, so I didn't want to come off immature or whatever, but
I know.
then I was just yeah, then I started cracking jokes with people and I'm like, this is way more
Yeah,
fun.
it
And like I feel like I'm doing a better job too. So great. I'm just going to be me and it seems to work out.
yeah. I know I'm working on that. I mean, I'm definitely working on just like being more confident or like I'm always second guessing myself, like worried to like explain something badly or wrong.
Mm,
So I don't like hear the conversation as much and like a lot of times when I'm making reporting, I'm making it for like people that are higher up that are like making reports, you know what I mean, like that need it. And
hmm.
sometimes it's hard for me to be like, this is actually what you need to do, and like
Yeah,
just having the confidence to like speak up is hard for me.
it
I'm working
is.
on
No, it's really hard. I think everyone finds that hard at some point, like one way or another, especially professionally.
it.
Like
Yeah.
when you're talking to or delivering something to someone who's making these big calls or, whatever, like yeah, and if they're not doing something right, it's really hard to be the one to be like, Actually, so sorry, you're wrong. I'm right. Or yeah, speaking up like that, it is challenging. So,
Yeah, and I feel like I can write the code, I can do the data, but then when it's time for me to be like, I made this rule because of this and blah blah blah, it's like really hard for me to articulate myself. And my boss
mhm,
has been doing it longer than me, like he's more advanced than me, so it's like intimidating. Like with my job, you get better over time, but it's an uphill climb. Like you're not just gonna be great instantly.
mhm,
And I'm like, oh, he's so much smarter than me. I'm never gonna get there. And then I don't want to ask him a question. I can do it myself. And then I'm like wasting time. Like these are just
mhm.
my ramblings, but geez, you
No.
know.
Yeah, it is hard. You're so smart though.
Oh
I
my
you know
God.
your shit. You're the one creating this code.
Oh,
Like, you know it better than anyone else.
I mean, not necessarily. Sometimes. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
I get there, but like, yeah, it's not instant. Like, yeah.
Well, I don't
Nothing
think it
is
is for your boss then.
chemical-free. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I believe in you,
Oh
Barbie.
my gosh. Well, I believe in you too.
Thanks. But seriously, thank you so much for shifting up your day a little bit to talk to me. And I just appreciate you being open and honest and like vulnerable too. So it was great, Barbie.
Yeah, I had so much fun, and I'm glad you had me. And yeah, I stepped out of my comfort zone a little, so that's always good. So, yay.
Yeah. Big, big day.
Was-
And what did you think of our Barbie? Just very fun, very smart, and just so cool to talk to and so fun to learn from. I hope you heard that in today's episode as well. And Barbie, I just appreciate you sharing more about yourself. And I love that you still keep up with horse riding because it is just something that you love. It's that hobby for you. It brings you so much joy. And I love that that is something that you are committed to providing for yourself and ensuring that you have. Those are always important no matter what it is, big or small. I think we all have to kind of advocate for our passions and advocate for the things that make us happy. And sometimes it's harder to navigate and do, or there's roadblocks to that. But if you have the access and if you are capable of doing that, um, yeah, I think you should go for it and you should follow those things. So it's so cool to hear that that's something that you're still able to do. But of course, I also sincerely appreciate you sharing your cancer story with us. My aunt likes to call it the big C, and it's a little softer, not as harsh. Cancer is so scary. Even the word is scary and sometimes hard to say. So thank you just for sharing how you navigated it, things to just look out for, and how we can be maybe better educated or just stand up for ourselves with future medical things that come up for any of us. So it's horrible that that was your experience as a young woman, starting out your career, moving to Chicago, like life being so new and just being kind of a real fresh adult for the first time. And we all have some lessons learned from you. So thank you for that. And as promised, I will be sharing a dream world from someone who wrote in. So this is from Kelly. Her dream world includes no stress, lots of babies, traveling, good coffee, books, the best of friends, and lots of sleep. Honestly, Kel, this is a great world. Yes, love all of these things. The lack of stress, can you imagine having the lack of stress in your life? So maybe that means there's no urgency to things, or you just can be calm in any situation or not let things get to you. Like that would be fab. Babies are so cute. And yeah, love that. Good books or just books. Love books. Love, love, love reading. Love books. The best of friends. Always, of course. Love your people. And lots of sleep. Okay, lots of sleep. Agreed. Like good quality. For me, not just like I can get 8-9 hours easily. That's no problem for me. I want it to be like 8 hours of that solid quality of sleep. Yes, Big 10. Love that. So, agreed, Kel. Thank you for writing in and sharing your dream world with me. If you like the podcast, well, Of course, thank you so much. Love you for loving it. Like, rate, review, follow, comment, add the stars, do all the things wherever you've listened to the podcast. But you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, where I have more content there. So if you like these episodes, but maybe you're like, oh, what's she look like? Or what's her face look like when she says those things? Or like, what are their dynamics like? What sort of body language am I missing in this convo? I got you on YouTube, so check out the episodes there. And of course, I have content out the wazoo on mostly TikTok, but on Instagram too. So if you miss me or you want to learn more about me, that's where you can go. That's where you can find those things. But thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again next Tuesday. Love ya. Bye.